think we sound all right. We'll have to check audio. So I set up a limiter. See if that helps. We will see. We will see. We will see. Tonight's stream is brought to you by Arnold Palmer. Delicious. Here we are. Final Led Zeppelin stream. Final stream. All right. So good. So good. Well, let's see if we can find some shots here. All right. What's my 11? All right, here we go.
Let's get the show started.
Why not? We'll go with Immigrant Song. I was really hoping I could start with, a hermit target right there at the beginning, just to make myself feel good. There we go. Feels good until you drain. Can't get enough of that target. Can't get enough of that target. Alright. Ball 2, it's alright. We gotta find the shots. Here's a shot. Let's go with that shot. There we go. Let's hit this hermit target. Let's hit the... There we go. That's not going to make it. There we go. Ramrod! How we doing, Ian? Hope you're doing well. You working or you at home? Someone buy the Zeppelin? Yeah, man. Yeah. I will, Yeah, Zach reached out to me. First off, how's the audio sound? I put a limiter on. I want to see at home. Nice. Deadpool, congrats, buddy. I hope you're loving it. I hope you're loving Deadpool. Yeah. Zach basically said. Zach said on yesterday. Zach said yesterday. He said, "Hey, do you mind taking some pictures of Zeppelin so I can post it to sell it?" And I said, sure. Do you mind if I post it on my local arcade group that I have it for sale? And he goes, why not? And it sold within like an hour, which is awesome. Uh-oh, is Craig hopping in? Audio sounds good.
Zeppelin!
Yeah, there he is. Hey, Ian, do you hear Craig, by the way? Go ahead again.
What's happening?
Yeah, I think you should be able
Pinball
to. Yeah, I bet they can hear you. Oh, wow. Yes, good.
Is it too loud?
No, I turned it down a tiny bit. I think, well, it's awesome, great room, great game choice. You're gonna make room. Yeah, I don't know. I would love Amando. The reality is, what is it? Craig, you probably know more better than I do. They're making some pros, right? And then they're going all LEs. So the reality is, I don't know. Like, I know Zach is supposed to make sure all pros go towards arcades. I think in the initial run that he gets.
In the early run, yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if I would actually get.
You might get one by, I'd say, if you're lucky, mid June, but more likely probably end of June.
Just another pinball arcade. I don't know. That's the thing. Like, Zach is he's just lending me a game. We have it's not like we have a contract. It's not like we have anything like set in stone or established. So this game sold a lot faster than we expected, which is totally fine. So I know I'm streaming tomorrow night. I'll be streaming one of my games tomorrow night. Final LZ stream. Yeah, cause this game is sold. Zach was like, hey, let's go ahead and get it Mando soon. I feel like everybody's going to ask that. Just started bath time. We'll be back in an hour. Jedi, I thought you meant you started your own bath time. I thought we were just Tommy was leading with that. Like, Kaz, buddy, thank you for the bits, man. Thank you for the bits. But yes, dude, Kaz, too much, buddy. Yes, final LZ stream. Zach asked that this would be that he could go ahead and post this, and I actually just posted in my local arcade group, and somebody bought it like an hour later. So
That's fantastic.
the best part is streaming from a hot tub. I'm looking forward to it, Tommy. The guy who bought it, that's the best part, is actually picking it up tonight. So
Wow.
yeah, he's playing in a he's probably about an hour and a half north of me, and he's playing in a pinball tournament somewhere here in the area. And he said, yeah, the tournament should be over by like 11, and then
Oh yeah, right.
which I tell him I normally stream.
You're gonna see him at about 1.
Hey, that's fine. I mean, I basically just said send me a text when you're done, and I'll be streaming till midnight, kind of minimum. And so I don't know. I know Tommy. He's a nice guy. He's a teacher, so I know he's vaccinated. Hobbit's third flipper. Love it, man. Yeah. So the guys coming tonight to pick this up, which I think's
That's
hilarious.
awesome.
Yeah. So I was hoping to stream it tomorrow night for flipping out. I thought that would be fitting. And no, he's picking up tonight. So special guest tonight. Maybe Tommy may play tonight. We will see. It all just depends on when he gets done. Otherwise, if it's midnight or a little after, I might shut her down and start packing it up. I once had a guy come pick up a Donkey Kong at 12:30. I had my first arcade game that I owned. I actually got it when I lived here in Indiana, but I bought it from a guy in Ohio, and part of the negotiating price was he delivered it. And he actually delivered it. I don't remember if it was a weeknight or like a weekend, I don't know, but I remember he delivered it to my house at it was like 10 or 11 at night, because he brought his kids, which his kids were young enough. It must have been a school night, because I remember thinking they've got an hour and a half drive home, and that's, but yeah.
If you're picking up a Donkey Kong before midnight, it's too early. That's my opinion.
Tommy's a good friend. I hope he sells that LZ someday. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
That's
I've
awesome.
never met Tommy in person, but I know he's a very, very good pinball player. So he routes a few games, and I think he looked at.
You've sold all the games you've had on here, right, Joel? I think every one of them.
I did not sell Stranger Things, but then again, I also didn't try to sell Stranger Things. But Avengers, I did sell. I've sold for Zach, and now this game I've sold. So
Who could say?
yeah, I've been telling Zach kind of as a joke that I'm the Indy branch, the Indianapolis branch of Flippin' Out Pinball.
Yeah. The secret weapon, we call you.
Yeah. I mean, it works. I mean, he's down in Evansville, which is like 3 hours away, so I'm more of a central location in Indiana, so it's a lot easier for people to pick games up from me than pay for shipping they're used, so.
Yeah, and they know they know who they're dealing with.
Yeah.
And,
Then when he came to get my Donkey Kong, he bought another game. We were out there loading it. That's awesome. Probably won't do that again. Yeah, I don't know. I may be loading a game up at 1. But the reality is, a lot of these nights, if I end at 12, 12:30, I'm awake. Yeah, and,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm awake, and it's probably going to be closer to 2:30 before I'm tired enough to go to sleep. So it doesn't bother me at all.
Poor Becca last night from Fliptronic, she was going from streaming to work. I think she was working till 4 a.m., she said, so that would have been a hell of a thing.
Yeah, I don't know how she does that.
I don't know how she does that.
Nothing but props to her. Sounds like a Mando is coming soon. I would love that. I would absolutely love. I mean, Mando is definitely a theme that I am into, and I like Brian Eddy games. I like Dwight games, so I have no doubt that I would have fun with a Mando. But
I'm actually hoping it sucks, because I really don't want to. I really don't want to spend the money again so soon.
well, look who it is. It's Jeff. What up, Jeff? Pinball billion or bust. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a goal. I think my high score is 700 something. So billion sounds like a great number. I hope to get a Mando Pro soon. Put on location. I think it's getting few. Dude, it's cause you're you're gonna make some money, man, with this pin.
Speaking of $1 million, you're gonna make a bundle on that thing.
Kaz says his #1 earner right now is Stranger Things. So
I don't doubt it.
yeah, Stranger Things, awesome. So you said
it's such a well-known license, right?
I mean, it's brilliant to get for kids and whatever. Like Stranger Things, I know when I had a Stranger Things here, it was TNA was still my most played game, but the kids love playing Stranger Things. So
plus, you know, when that center ramp for all the bad reviews it got early on, it's such a great mech though, because everyone wants to see that ramp drop and then they want to hit the ramp, you know. So it's got a lot of appeal right out of the gate.
It's a mech just like the castle in Medieval Madness that you do not have to explain at all what it is or what it does. You know, you just billion or bust combined score. Add that 40 million you just got. Yeah, it might. Jeff, $1 billion. It's a stretch goal. Okay. I'd stick Mandalorian right next to Stranger Things and Ghostbusters. Dude, my top earners are Stranger Things too. It's killer. It is killer. Just happy to provide people. No, I think Ghostbusters, I bet, makes you money. Those are killer themes. Yep. No doubt. Well, Craig, how's your Avenger love going? You know, you still,
You know, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting to get sick of it, but honestly, I was thinking again last night. My games are getting longer, by the way, so I am getting better at it now. So my average game is probably 15 minutes-ish. Now, remember, I'm playing 5-ball games, right? So, but I can go a half hour some games.
That's great.
And so I'm getting, you know, minimum 3 gems these days to, you know, sometimes, you know, 4 or 5. So I'm getting up there. I still haven't crossed the. I think my GC is still only 500 million and change, but
sure.
But I am getting better at it. So like Soul Gem, I'm making it through most of the time. I'm starting to make shots more consistently, and I'm getting control on the game. I figure this game is so friggin' hard. Any other game I play is probably going to be much easier now.
Potentially, yeah. I mean,
the shots. There's so many shots you have to learn on this game that.
I mean, there's no doubt you're becoming a better player, like just by putting the time in, you know.
And the other thing is, it's there probably aren't as many games out there that you can play. And I could be wrong about this because it's the only game I have, but I'm surprised how often and long I've been able to play and not get tired of it. You know, it's a testament to Keith Elwin's design, and I would say I understand people's criticism of the game being a little soulless or bland, but the shots are so friggin' good on it that over time you can look past some of that because you're so, you know, into the shots. At least I am. You know, the playability of the game itself is amazing. So really, the theme could be just about anything. The shots are that fun to hit, you know?
Yeah, it is really good. I mean, sure, I would say there are games out there that have better theme integration, but the shots and layout and the code and the variety of the code really still provide so much of a fun factor. So I totally understand why you love that game.
Craig, do you play the Battle Royale? I beat it on my friend's Pro the other day, but it was around 3 minutes. Yeah, I play it a little bit, but not probably as much as I should, because it is a ton of fun to play. I do it. I use it. I think I'm gonna play it more when people start to come over, and it'll be a fun game, you know, mini game that we can play. You know, after we play the main game.
Sure.
So I like that. I think it's great that they're coding these things and allowing access to some of these mini games because they provide a lot of variety to play.
They do, and those mini games to have an endless balls. Wow. To have an endless ball save is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
If you saw Stern's Facebook page, they had a post featuring my Ghostbusters. Nice. Johnny Fair plays from Survivor, lives in my city, and took his daughter. That's awesome.
Oh wow.
Tutor is what up, Tim? Heard this is where all the semi-cool kids hang out. Semi-cool is pushing it. It's pushing it, but yes, you are. I think that's right. Semi-cool? Would you call it? I don't know. I think that's that may be pushing it. I don't know. Nice.
Just another cool stream, we'll call it.
Yeah, just another cool stream. Yeah, man.
But I'm looking forward to playing Mandalorian. I just sent a note to my distributor today saying, hey, when you get one in, call me because I'm definitely interested.
Joel's great beard, don't you agree? The wife she's thinking, thanks, man. The wife is getting kind of sick of it.
No.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it gets to a point when it's we're past the point of the length that she likes.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. Can you grow a beard there, Craig?
Not pleasantly, I would say. Yeah, no.
I thought it was the dude from Rudolph. Oh, dude, yeah. I'll take that.
That's right.
He does have a very red beard.
Yes.
Which
and
is
it's
funny.
the same shape. It's kind of the same shape.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same shape.
That would be a good costume one day. That'd be really good. Dude,
Tell your wife
buddy.
you're doing that.
I did.
You're trying to grow it out for Halloween. Say it'll give you until the fall at least.
My beard is starting to gray, so I don't like to have one anymore. Ah, man, just salt and pepper, you know. Let it rock. Just rock it, you know. Why not? Let's hit this target. Come on, bam. Nope. I don't know. I found a few gray hairs that I've yoinked, but it's a few. It's the kids, man. These kids.
Yukon Cornelius. That's right. Thanks, Cause.
Yukon,
That's exactly what
bam.
Yukon Cornelius.
Yeah, it's that's funny. Thank you for.
Well, that has to be your new like emote or something like that.
Yeah, I have never thought to like embrace that, but I
profile pic.
I like it. I'm missing this. Methadone, Mervin, how you doing, buddy? All right,
I'm excited to see the stream. Unfortunately, we're going away for it. It's a long weekend here in Canada this weekend, and we're not going to be here. We're going to visit my dad, who lives by himself, and his internet it's okay, but it's not fantastic.
Oh, on Friday?
So, yeah, so I might miss I might have to watch it on demand, which sucks.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are wondering, you know, is this going to be a pro? Is this going to be a premium?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I was trying to think today, why in the world...
I kind of hope it's the pro.
Why would they wait this long was my thought.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing I could think of is they must not have something totally coded.
Yes.
And Dwight on one of his interviews did make the comment that he was in the process of coding the pro's upper playfield to like try to find the best way to make it, because like on the premium it sounds like as the thing goes on they're gonna tilt it more and do more with it.
Right.
I forget how to say this. This game looks a little too basic. Rick, how you doing? Oh, Rick. Yeah. How you doing, buddy? Forget how you say your actual. This game, it is a more basic layout, but it's really just because it's not crammed full of toys. But just because it is more of a basic layout, I will tell you it's still a very fun game. Very fun game. So I'm trying to enjoy it as much as I can tonight. This is the final stream. Good to have Craig on here tonight. Oh, it's always good to have Craig on here tonight.
Yeah, thanks, man.
You know Mervin, right? Fellow Canadian, ER doctor.
Very nice.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if we've met before.
You don't know all Canadians? I thought you guys like.
Shockingly. We know mostly each other.
LZ ramps are like Terminator 3. I mean, this game is when you really get things going, flowing. Rick, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for the bits. When you get things flowing, this game, and then especially if you got some combo and some multiplier going, this game becomes a lot. I don't know. I don't know. This game's just a lot of fun without overthinking it. Maybe that's my problem, is I don't think too much when I play it. I'm just hitting the flashing shots.
I think this game would be great too with like a group of friends, because the music, can be cranked, and you can stand around, drinking and having a great time playing it. And like you said, it's not it's as deep as you want it to be, right? So you can step up to it and shoot it and not get too involved.
Yeah.
Or you can like guys like Ray Day can go crazy on it.
I mean, I will say,
Jeff,
most times when you're playing a game, like a new game or invite people over to play a game, you there's something you want to show them. Like Stranger Things, you want to show them the Demogorgon, and then they're like, all right, I want to do that. And I will tell you, this thing, because it is lacking in toys, there really isn't anything blatantly obvious that I want to show anybody besides just like, hey, pick your favorite song and check out this light show. Or like, let's just rock out kind of thing. Kaj, you gotta go. Hey, appreciate you, Brian. Thanks for always being here, man. Appreciate the
Thanks,
support.
Brian. We'll chat soon, Kaz.
Come on.
Yeah, I've been a little slow off the mark here with my thoughts on Mandalorian. Partly because there's been so many podcasts and people giving their opinions on it.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk. Hey, Rick, thank you, buddy. Thanks for those bits, man. Really appreciate it.
But it's coming. I'm gonna put something out. I've recorded some stuff with Little Flipper, and so I've just got to put my spin on some stuff. But I think I'm gonna wait till after the live stream now, and
yeah, it might as well.
And then I'll know a little bit more at this point,
I mean, like Carrie Hardy made like 3 videos. Marv Locos made multiple videos. I mean, you can only do so much with looking at 45 seconds of that, looking at a play field. Can we talk about Kaz now that he's gone? Yeah, Tim. Dude, Kaz is the worst. He shows up to streams, he throws some bits at you, and then he leaves. Ugh.
And then he takes off.
Oh, that's just the
And
worst.
now he's going to watch The Mandalorian. Like, jeez.
No, but I can't wait to see it streamed. I mean, I'm really excited about the code. Listening to the podcast. I really think it is going to be very movie-based, scene-based, objective-based. Have a lot of moments. Like that's not a complaint about this game, but it really it's just one constant feeling when I play this game. Like sure, when I hit a big shot, that's a really good feeling. But normally it's just like turn it on, let's rock out. Enjoy some music, hit some shots, get some things flowing, feel good. Drain. And then get boom, boom, boom. But it's just like the songs, because one song just flows right into the next. There's no, maybe audio is. That's what I'm really realizing is how awesome audio is, because the light show and when the ball is stopped and it makes you focus on something and take that moment in. Yeah, so
it's something you can't really appreciate, obviously, for licensing reasons. On Twitch, you can't hear the audio, but it's a huge part of this game, right?
Yeah. Can you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can turn it up. What do you people listening? Can you hear the music, or do you want me to turn it up? So I can definitely turn it up. Tim, you have a Mando on. I keep saying Mondo.
So if you get a strike, Joel, if you turn it up and then you get a strike, will it cut you off completely, or does it just give you a bit of a warning?
I have no idea. I've never had one. To be honest, I don't know if I have enough viewers to get one. I don't know. I can turn it up a little bit. There we go. I have a Mando on order. First game I've ordered without playing. I put my name on the list for Turtles, but immediately went to play it at Helicon as soon as they wanted it. Please turn it up a bit. Got it, Rick. Let's go to 20. There we go.
Shoot the ball.
Can you guys hear that? I would assume so.
I heard shoot the ball.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how the code. Maybe from a competitive standpoint, there's going to be some haters. Maybe just because I think some competitive players do hate or give Dwight Code a hard time. But I think the layout looks to be a winner. The artwork is incredible. They have movie assets. They have sound assets. I don't know. This thing, maybe I'm going to bite my words, but or eat my words, but it's this thing seems about as close to a sure thing.
Yeah.
As
I'll be shocked if it's a dud. Really, I'll be shocked. I mean, the code is going to have to be abysmal for it to be, a thumbs down.
Hey, it's Joe Bob. Sorry. Hey, it's Joe Bob. my name is Joel Robert, so like a nickname that I've gone by for a long time is Joel Bob. That's incredible. So what up? Hey, Joel Bob. Joe Bob, what's up? Go ahead. Sorry, Craig.
Yeah, how many Western-themed games will be released in 2021? More than 2. So we got Cactus Canyon. Let's hope they release it.
Hey, did you see that picture today that Spooky posted?
No.
Spooky posted a picture and they said, hey, here's a picture of the cabinet art from our new game. And it's like, you know, clearly like a 1 or 2 inch square. I have no idea what, you can't tell at all what it is. But I love it. I really think Spooky does a really good job with the way that they tease their stuff. Yeah. And I always think back to the time when they posted the underside of their Rick and Morty cabinet, like 3 or 4 days before they actually showed it, because people went nuts with analyzing that picture, which I thought it was a great way to get people talking about your game. I've never seen anything Star Wars, but I'm not excited about Mandalorian because of play. But I am excited. I'm not excited about Mandalorian, but the playfield looks dope. Yes. First off, Rick, you should watch Mandalorian. Mandalorian is the closest thing to like a space western. It really feels that way. Do you agree, Craig?
Absolutely. I've never seen anything Star Wars. Well, it'd be interesting if Rick watches Mandalorian after never seeing anything Star Wars related, how he's going to feel about it. Because there's a lot of stuff as Star Wars fans that they put in the Mandalorian that you're like, oh yeah, they did that, or they did this, or this is like, you know, I always wanted to see the inside of a TIE fighter more. I always wanted to see them do that with this. And there were just so many great episodes of The Mandalorian where you wanted to see more. Like, you always wanted to see more of the Slave One. Then you got to see inside the Slave One. You get them flying it, and like there's just so many great scenes, like a space battle with them, you know, doing that. And then I just feel like that whole series, it was like every episode they did like an homage to a certain film.
Yeah, so much fan. But it's funny, my wife, who's not a Star Wars fan, like she really enjoyed the show.
Yeah.
And here I am noticing things and like, oh, and she's like, what? And I was like, oh, this is a thing, and she's like, whatever.
They did this. I have to watch it again, actually, because it's that good to definitely see it again, kind of binge watch it.
So Joe Bob,
because every episode too, you're like on the edge of your seat.
Oh yeah. There are good individual stories, but there's a great overarching story as well. Joe Bob asked a good question there. If last year was the year of the spinning disc, it's in 2012. 2021 is going to be the year of the cowboy. Maybe. I mean, yeah, Western just may be the thing.
Yep.
But I have no idea. Spooky, though. Yeah, Craig, if you look at like Inside or Facebook, and people have posted the picture. I mean, it's like super zoomed in. You can't tell at all.
They do, but it is reported they're going to do a licensed theme this time, I believe, right? I got to get in Dr. John's head. He knows. He's just not telling us.
There it is. Yes, it is supposed to be a licensed theme. Word, you can watch this without Star Wars. I presumed you couldn't. I mean, Rick, you would appreciate it more if you knew Star Wars, but like my wife has seen just some of the basic stuff, you know. Like there are moments in the show that are, you know, cool reveals that most Star Wars fans would geek out on, but that doesn't mean a non-Star Wars fan won't enjoy it.
Yeah, I think it's a great standalone series. Obviously, you know, some of the emphasis points aren't going to be as meaningful, but I still think there's enough going on in it that if you don't know any of the characters, it pulls you in and it's very intriguing. You know?
For sure.
But you have to be a fan of, you know, sci-fi and space, obviously. Like some people just aren't into Star Wars. I don't know who, but there are people out there that don't care for it.
I get it. I mean, if I watched Star Wars as a child multiple times, like my brother and I geeked out on it. I mean, it's
oh god.
But if you didn't, I mean, I get it. Like my sister, I don't think that was almost something she like bragged about, that she had never seen a Star Wars movie, and I think her husband made her watch them. She had never seen Star Wars, and she had never seen Lord of the Rings, and I remember they watched one of them recently. Like one whole series. I don't remember.
I was after our daughter was born. She must have been about 2 or 3. I was at a Toys R Us. I'm like, I'm just gonna go on my lunch hour at Toys R Us, pick up some Christmas presents. Well, they had just released the vintage series of the AT-AT, right? That
Nice.
The new updated version of the vehicle, and with added sound effects and everything. I lost my shit. Excuse my language, but I lost it in there. I like instantly put that thing in the shopping cart. I'm like, this is coming with me.
Yeah.
And I still have the thing. It's such a fantastic. I can't part with it because even though the thing is massive and I have no room for it, I'm like, how am I gonna give this thing away? And it was great because I got to experience that a little bit with my daughter, and then subsequently I bought like the updated version of the Millennium Falcon, and so I continued to buy some of the newer releases of the vehicles that I didn't have as a kid, and was able to relive some stuff. And it's for the fans that grew up with it, it's like, it's so fantastic that the series is still relevant, that Disney has done what they've done with it. I wasn't a big fan of the Force Awakens trilogy, but it was okay. But it could have been so much better, and I'm so happy that they redeemed themselves with this Mandalorian, because and I attribute that right to Jon Favreau. Like he and Dave Filoni, who was one of the lead guys from the Clone Wars, lead animators, and I'm sure was responsible for bringing Ahsoka Tano to live action. So him combined with Jon Favreau, what a winning team,
Yeah,
and
they killed it.
They know the heart and soul of that franchise. And unfortunately, Kathleen Kennedy, although she did a lot of stuff with George Lucas, and was probably her right hand lady for many years, and was probably a great producer, she didn't. There was some marks missed there with that new trilogy, I would say, particularly with how they used Mark Hamill, which I thought was abysmal, and I'm sure Mark wasn't particularly. I know he wasn't particularly pleased with what they gave him in that movie. So anyway, it is what it is. I wasn't particularly thrilled with the original, trilogy either, with Anakin and all of the. I don't even know what I'm lost for words in terms of the first rollback into the
prequels.
The Clone Wars and all that stuff. They were horrible. But interestingly, when I rewatched them again with my daughter, she loved them, and I kind of saw it from a different perspective all of a sudden, and they're not as bad as I had remembered them when they first came out.
Yeah, I just read Tim's comment. I watched every single episode of Game of Thrones, fell asleep during every episode, couldn't tell you a thing that happened. My wife wanted to watch it. Hey, that's fair. Rick, I'm that guy. Never Game of Thrones, never Lord of the Rings, never Star Wars. Anything. God. It's almost exclusively comedy or music. That's fair. But pinball is geared at a lot of superheroes, fantasy, sci-fi. Rick, I get it. I know Rock would love another. Yeah, I get it. I mean, some people just, that's not their thing, and that's fair. But what I will say is, if you decide, hey, like, I want to watch a sci-fi movie, like Star Wars is a brilliant trilogy, or if you want to go to the prequels, you can. Lord of the Rings, though, is just, I don't know anybody that doesn't like Lord of the Rings, unless you just don't like long stories, long movies.
Oh, I love that series too. I actually think that the Lord of the Rings series combined with The Hobbit is probably the greatest set of trilogies ever made. Between those two movies, in terms of the theming, how close they were to the original stories, although I know they took a lot of liberties with The Hobbit and stuff like that, but I just think Peter Jackson, again, the number of years he poured into that, and the amount of detail, I mean, it's unbelievable. It is unbelievable what they did with those series.
Tim, okay, gentlemen. Bedtime here in the East Coast. No, it's not. It's just starting, buddy.
Yeah, what the hell? I'm on
Always
the East
enjoy
Coast.
it. Hey, Tim, appreciate you, man. It sounds like you need to go watch an episode of Game of Thrones so you can get some sleep.
Thanks, Tim.
Yeah. No, Lord of the Rings. I would, if somebody has never watched Lord of the Rings, I would have them watch Lord of the Rings first, and if they really enjoyed it, then they could go backwards and watch The Hobbit. I would not start with The Hobbit personally.
I actually had never read The Lord of the Rings. I tried to read The Lord of the Rings before the movies came out, before they even announced the movies, and I couldn't do it because the writing, it is very, very, early 1900s. It really starts to feel that way a little bit. And there's a lot of, flowery music stuff. It's not, things aren't written the way Tolkien, wrote those books, so it didn't sort of grab me. But as soon as they announced the movies, I made my way through them all, and I couldn't tell you how excited I was to see that first Lord of the Rings movie, and it was just so enthralled, like so close to what you imagined in your head about all these characters.
Yeah.
They just nailed it, like all the way through.
They're so good.
It was just fantastic.
I have Hobbit and Joelle. Oh, nice. Loves it, but I can't seem to get excited about it. That's fair, Rick. I'd say give it a shot if you can, man. Mervin, never seen Game of Thrones or J.K. Rowling. Yeah, Harry Potter's a whole nother can of worms. I enjoyed Harry Potter. I read the first 2 books when I was a kid. But Harry Potter, those are well done. I mean, I would say Harry Potter is enjoyable as an adult, but it's also enjoyable as a kid. Lord of the Rings is definitely more adult than Harry Potter. But they're great. They are great. Just great movies.
Yeah. Can't go wrong. I mean, all those series, even Harry Potter and all those ones, they seem to get better as time went on, and as the story progressed. Although the last couple, it dragged a little bit, but I was never into Harry Potter as much as I was all Star Wars and Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I'm not like my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. They love Harry Potter to the point where they there's like a Harry Potter trivia game, and they both know everything in it to a scary degree. I don't know. I never got to that level with Harry Potter. Never got to that level.
I never did either.
But
with that said, I still know it's good.
Is AIQ your only game? Yep.
Yes.
My only one right now. Yeah. Maybe my, Mando maybe might be coming if I love it. Which I would, But you never know.
We will have to wait and see. Get that out of ball going.
I'm going to try Lord of the Rings. I think it might be an over by time. Yeah, it takes a while to get through it. We always watch it around Christmas time. We go through all of them, the extended cuts of all 6 movies, and it usually takes us a bunch of days to get through them all.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah, because they're the extended cuts are 3 hours a piece, so you're talking about 18 hours of footage there.
I need to hit my ball save target over there on the left, and I am not hitting it. Let's hit it right here. Nope. No! Rick, I'm gonna try. Good. I might be an old man. Nah, you'd like it. Don't mind me, the tequila's talking. Rick, I think it's so good. Like, my dad is one of those people that he will fall asleep in a movie unless he's seeing it in the theater. And he enjoyed Lord of the Rings, so, I mean, that's saying something.
I'd say you're getting better at this Zeppelin, Joel. You're hitting these shots like crazy.
I'm trying my best here. The problem is I'm hitting some shots, but I'm also draining, It would be great if I could cut that aspect out of my game. A little drain part. I have a pretty decent multiplier going if I can hit my ball save target over there.
How do you know there, looking at your LCD?
There we go.
What the multiplier is, or is it flashing on your?
So these main green circles indicate how the multiplier is going. And they start out orange, and then they become more light orange, and then they get green, and then they can get blue. So if I can get this going, I might as well just start it. So I have to hit the Icarus target. Because it's a pretty decent number right now. There we
The other
go.
thing I'm definitely getting, if I end up getting the Mandalorian, are all those damn accessories. Like, I'm getting the shooter nub. You know, that's so you gotta have that thing.
There we go. So, Icarus is 9.7 times right now.
Oh, okay. That's a good.
Yeah, and I got 36 more seconds of it. So if I could hit some shots and not drain, this is where the points are at. I just got more time because I hit that upper flicker shot. But I don't have many blue shots yet. That's the problem.
Shoot the left.
Just keep hitting my super spinner. Yeah, see my score's just freaking out right now?
Yeah.
It's because it's 10 times. Oh, that's right. Oh.
Good save. Beauty.
I need one.
Zeppelin launching phase 2.
Yeah, and I think I can. So, 10 more seconds. I'm at 16 times, which is great.
Beautiful.
See, I'm at 400,000. It just keeps growing. If I can hit one more shot. Oh, I'm out. So I'm out of time. But that's how this game. That's when things really go nuts with this game. When you can blow something up like that. Yeah, you're killing the game, flowing nicely. Thanks, man. Tell your pops I said, hey, appreciate you, Rick. Careful not to get out of the habit of switching the in lanes. I find now when I play guys, I forgot. I know, I need to do that a lot more.
Yeah,
you know,
you're right.
Yeah.
For AIQ, yeah.
See, I wish I could change my song real quick. Well, it just did it for me. There we go. Cool. Let's see if I can get this back in frame without tilting.
So when the green light's flashing over there, does that mean that you can switch songs?
After you've completed 5 records, you can switch songs if you're in single ball play. So you can't switch songs during a multi-ball, and that's to switch songs. You have to hit that upper right orbit, that upper right shot, which is a challenging shot. And there are perks to switching the song. There we go. So I got all my ramps. That's in trouble. Yep. Ball 3, no extra ball. Dang. Hi, Arpina. How you doing? I played some Led Zeppelin recently. It feels more like a home game. You really need to dial in the flow to get it. Yes, this game for sure. Once you can really start linking shots, let's go. This is going to Rick here. Appreciate you, Rick. R. D. So, if I would have been in a mode that had a lot more shots lit when I had that 10 times multiplier going for 45 seconds, and if I would happen to be in a multi-ball and I was just crushing shots, like my score could have gone nuts. Could have just blown up. But that mode, I was in single ball play, and I only had like 2 lit shots that I was trying. A lot of those points were coming from super spinner, just hitting the super spinner. So I got up to 17x multiplier at one point. That's what can be great. Like 17 that was my highest multiplier I've ever gotten, 17 times. But there are people that they're all about building up that multiplier, building it, and not starting Icarus and then getting into a song that has a lot of shots lit, getting into a multi-ball and then just wailing, and all of a sudden you're hitting these shots where it's like every single shot is crazy stupid points. Yeah. So like you could get over 1 billion points in like 10 seconds or less. I mean, that's the thing that I don't have the skill to set that up like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe I do, but I don't have the patience.
Well, it's tough. You're always like, to stay in a mode longer, you're risking a drain and then you get nothing, right?
Rick, appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, thank you for the bits, man. Yeah, this game, if you were playing this on location and you were missing all your shots and you couldn't get any sort of flow going, or if you're at a location, 1, the expression light kit adds a ton to the game. And then 2, if you happen to be on location and you can't hear the game, it would kill it. Like, so key components to this game. All right, so what I found to explain the combos, how this works, or how you blow this up, is every time every time you complete a set of targets. So if I hit these 2 targets, it'll light this one. These 3 targets right here is this one. Those 3 up there are that one, and then the 4 targets over here are this one. So every single time you complete a set of targets, these change color. And you actually see that multiplier change right here. So each one is currently set at 1, and then the Icarus multiplier is multiplying them all together. So if you complete this one 5 times, that would be 1.5. And if you complete that one, so it's like every time you complete it, you get more points. It's pretty crazy. Nick, I need to sleep. I need water. Doing that in reverse order and catch the next one. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you, Rick. But then there's also, maybe I was wrong on, yeah, you can also speed that up though by doing combos, which is kind of crazy, where if you get combos going, so if I like combo 1, 2, 3 shots and then hit one of the target banks, it'll add 0.3 to that. So it's like, if you can build that up, if you think about it, if you ended up at 2 with this, 2 at that, 2 at that, 2 at that, it's 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16. So that's how you can get to like stupid high multipliers. I don't know. It's a crazy game. It takes somebody real smart like Ray Day to think this through and then actually implement it. It's I don't know. I mean, I have a decent grasp on how the rules work, but I just don't have the precision to like think it through. Of all right, let's get this multiplier built. Let's get this multi-ball ready to go, and then let's wait for the guitar solo in the song to just start looping, some crazy shots and just score a gazillion points. It's that type of planning I don't have.
Yeah, I don't have that in my brain either.
I mean, Avengers is much more, you still have to accomplish things. So you're like,
yeah,
okay, I want to start this gym. And then I understand if I'm in that gym, I need to hit these shots. And once I've done that shots, then I'm going to do this. But it's not like you're having to time it out where it's like, okay, I want to hit these shots in this amount of time and then hit this at that amount of time. And I want to avoid starting my multiplier. It's pretty crazy, to be honest. But it's fun though. That's what I like about this game is this game's very different. Than Stranger Things. Stranger Things was very objective based, where it's like I understand. Okay, if I start this mode's gonna end up being 6 shots. So how do I accomplish those 6 shots, the exact same shots, as every time you play that mode? How do I accomplish these shots in a safe in calculated manner kind of thing? And then once you do, it's like, I don't know, Stranger Things was very predicted, where, okay, I want to start this mode, before I start this mode, I want to get my multiplier, or my multi-ball ready. Oh, I started that mode, let's get the multi-ball going, so I can get through that mode. But, there wasn't like a timing aspect to it. It was just, follow the game plan kind of thing. But this is very, like, reactionary. Where am I at with the song? Where are my multipliers? Where am I at with my multi-ball? Okay, capitalize, hit shots. That's how I feel about Avengers. I understand the rules. I just don't have the strategic planning to bring it all together. Yeah, Joe Bob, it's a weird game in that sense, because, there's some really good, like, you watched Carl D'Angelo stream the game, and everything he does is so calculated that, it's like, yeah, it's so calculated, and because of that, he can just blow it up, because they've thought through all the different possibilities with gyms and certain things. But that's how one person plays it. That doesn't mean that's the only way to play the game. Bill from Memphis, how you doing? There's some precision of thought involved, yes, but it's mostly about accuracy of your shots. All you really need is to be able to combo the left and right ramps over and over. If you can do that, you can get huge multipliers. Very true. If I can go back and forth between those two, you can, and then end it on a level of drop targets. You could set up a crazy multiplier and then cash it out essentially whenever you want to. That's the thing. Like, I have that problem with Deadpool too, because Deadpool, the way you blow up Deadpool is the snick shot. Like, basically, before you finish anything crazy, if you have the accuracy to hit the snick shot a few times and get a 5 times multiplier going, then automatically cashing that out is worth a gazillion points. I don't have that accuracy. Like, I just have never tried to play the game that way. That sucks. Yeah. But, I mean, Craig, it sounds like when you're playing Avengers, you're not trying to stack things in a way to, like, get this huge payout with one massive shot. You're still attacking Avengers in an objective way where you're, I'm trying to get, I want to get to 6 gems kind of thing. Right?
Yeah, mostly. I am trying to get to those wizard modes as best I can, but I do find now that I'm more likely to place that reality gem on the Captain Marvel shot because I know there's some big big jackpots there when you do it, and so I think my biggest is I want to say about 80 million. Last night I had a 50 million on it.
Nice.
I don't know why sometimes you get more or less. That's still kind of beyond me. But it's I think having the reality gem gives you a 5 times on the jackpot. I think somewhere around there.
Are you sure it's
anyway,
5 times? It's not 2 times. It's not just double. I could be wrong.
No, I think it's a bit more. Maybe it's 3 times. I know sometimes even without the reality gem when I hit that shot, I've had I think up to 30 million jackpot. So I think it depends too on how many times your Captain Marvel has gone binary, and the more times you're going binary, the more times it's the more it's worth every time you do it.
Okay.
So I'm getting better at making those shots consistently now, so I'm able to see binary probably 2 or 3 times in a game.
Binary a mode? Is that like a separate mode?
So no, it's a jackpot that gets lit when you shoot the Captain Marvel loop. And
Nice to do, Steven. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, you do it 3 times basically, and then it goes binary. And binary is like the jackpot's lit in 2 spots. It goes up it's lit at the Black Widow ramp, and then it's lit again at Captain Marvel. So basically, you're trying to hit the Black Widow down onto the left flipper, and then up the Captain Marvel ramp, and then you get huge points for that. But if you only make 1, then you just get the jackpot. You get a partial jackpot. So it's still great hitting just 1 or 2.
Makes sense.
It's amazing when you light that and hit it. It feels so good. But it's fun. What I find with that game, what's fun about it is it's fun seeing what the different gems do on the different characters. So it's just fun experimenting, placing them in different spots, and seeing the effect it has on your score or whatever. So sometimes by placing that power gem, I know a lot of the good players like putting it up at Captain America. I like putting it on Hulk because you often have to have 100 spins after you level.
Yeah, that way you only have to
go
get
through
50.
1. Yeah, so it makes it easier to get past him the second time round. So it's just fun, placing it in different spots, which it just creates variety. That's what you want in a game. I've come to realize is you want variety.
You want variety, yeah. You don't want to do the same thing day in and day out.
Yeah, again and again and again.
Pretty good, man. Are you ready to see some Mando streaming tomorrow night? Mando streaming's Friday night, right?
We are ready. Yeah, it's Friday night.
Yeah.
I thought it was either tonight or tomorrow, but now they waited till Friday for some
21, right? 21st. That's Friday. Yes,
yeah, I went on the Stern website last night to see, and because I was wondering the same thing if it was going to be tonight. I had that sinking feeling like, shit, maybe it was Tuesday night and I missed it.
No, normally it is. It's like in the middle of the week. But
no, usually it's Monday or Tuesday, but I guess this time around, I think you're right. There must have been a delay either in code or with a final production game or something like that to get it into everyone's hands.
I don't know. I would assume it's code related, where they're just like, hey, we know on stream we need to be able to see, or show X, Y, and Z. So let's. I looked up. Let's make sure we can hit that. It probably went. Dwight Sullivan had time to do it. Yeah, I guess it was.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. That would be. And the only reason I say that is because once again on one of the interviews he was just on, he was talking about coding the encounters on the Pro, and I feel like that's kind of a key thing to still be working on. So You know, it's one thing if a wizard mode's not done. It's a whole another thing if one of your main 3 things is not. Because there's a lot of people that I think are waiting till this stream to determine, is this a pro or premium game?
Yep. No, I'm one of them. I'm trying to be very patient with this one, to really take my time and understand if I want to. When I saw, for me with Avengers, there was, I am a ramp, nutcase, and when I saw the layout of the Avengers, I was like, this is my dream layout. Like, I'm staring at my
ramps
dream.
for days.
So I was like, within seeing it, like within days of seeing it, before the live stream, before anything, I was like, I'm in on this thing. Like, this is the greatest thing I've seen to this point. But I'm going to be very interested. I'm really excited to see the video assets they put in this game from the show, because when they brought out Jurassic Park, obviously they went with a non-movie license, and you didn't get any of that. So I think it's fantastic that they've got so much in this game from the show itself. They did that with Stranger Things to a point. I wish they kind of did a little bit more with it. What were your thoughts about the Stranger Things video assets there, Joel? Would you have liked to seen a little bit more from that, or did you think it was enough?
I did not have an issue with them. I did not have an issue with them at all. And the 3D renderings that they had to do, for the Demogorgon and other things for different moments, I thought they did a good job. My only complaint from an asset standpoint were the call-outs. And they're a bit flat, right? They're super flat, and I don't know how I feel about them. Besides, I don't like them. The guy played his character well. Dennis Hopper. Hopper is very just like kind of annoyed most of the show, and that's what he delivered. Very dry, annoyed comments, and I wish they got one of the kids almost, because you want someone maybe with a little more jam. And for them to choose that character, I thought was interesting. It would have been fun if they did like 11 or I don't know, someone else. Dennis is here. Dennis, Stranger Things would have been a bit better if the Demogorgon was replaced with a Baby Yoda. Sure thing. I know Dennis is ready. Dennis is ready to buy his Mando. You can tell.
He's itching.
He's itching. Nah,
you're gonna have to fight him for that first pro, Joel.
I think Zach would give it to him.
Oh yeah.
I think Zach
just
would give
say
it
the
to
word,
him.
Dennis, and the pinball world could be yours.
He wants a Baby Yoda with his chicken nuggies. That's what he wants. You can tell. Am I right? I only buy Elise. So like Tom. Yeah, I like giving Tom a hard time. I don't know if did you listen to the podcast, Craig, that Tom, Travis, and I did? Yeah. I've seen like very little feedback on it, but I will tell you, I had a lot of fun in that conversation.
Oh, it's awesome.
It was a fun conversation. Did you have your cereal already tonight, Craig?
I did. I had Fruit Loops before I came on. Yeah, I made sure I was all sugared up.
All sugared up. Hey Dennis, what kind of cereal do you go for, huh? What's your cereal of choice? Steven said it was definitely better than 24 call-outs. I have just found like the sound in Deadpool is so good, and it's made me realize how much I really enjoy the sound, because the reality is when you're playing the game, this is what you're looking at. You're really not looking that much at the LCD. But you're listening the whole time. So if that's good, it really stands out. I disagree that Jim Hopper character was flat on the show. He had moments where he was really yelling and not like he was definitely should have done. Yeah, he could have done better. Maybe that was the there should have been some better coaching on what a jackpot shot is. But Zach cannot get me the first pro. They got it to location. He would
get it to you, Dennis. He would get it to you.
Dennis, he would go out of his way to get it to you.
Yeah. He would personally deliver it to you.
Nah, he'd
drive it all the way to Kansas.
He would create a business for you.
Yes.
And and that's what he'd do.
Oh, he has refused before.
was refused before.
Oh my god.
I'm just restarting that ball. That was garbage.
I've been enjoying watching Dennis's watch videos lately. I watched the Ming watch one. I actually went onto their website to check it out because they were releasing them. I think it was today that they released their latest watch.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I think they're great. I think it's hilarious because I have zero urge to buy like a fancy high-end watch, but I am fascinated by his videos.
I'm learning a lot. I always feel like when he's doing it, I'm like, damn it, why are they so expensive? Because I'm intrigued by them, but they're all like, tens of thousands. Now these ones are actually a little more reasonable at, $2,500. They've been the most reasonable anyway, but it's still a lot of money for this watch, especially one that it's pretty simple in these Ming watches are pretty simple in design, not a lot of extra movements in them, but fascinating anyway that market is pretty luxurious and high end, and lots of interesting things to see.
It's very intriguing. Like I had no idea, but it's like a fascinating documentary almost that he's putting out weekly just to learn about the industry. So, shout out to Watches with Dennis on YouTube. I've been meaning to check out a video. Do it. It's worth it. It's worth the watch.
Yeah, it's worth it. They're not too long, and
it's worth
I
the
find
watch.
Dennis strangely intriguing.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, it's just. No, but none of us can get enough Dennis in our life, right? I mean, come on. Only 2.5 toppers. Valid point. It is funny to me, and this is like our television, right? We watch our TV every single day. Every single day, we watch our television in some capacity. And I remember I had to buy a new TV last year. And here I am, like, bargain shopping for it. Basically, like, what's the best TV? Like, I set an amount. I wanted to be below $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
It was more than that. I think it was, like, below $2,000. But whatever it was like, reading all this stuff. And I remember I was then debating between 65-inch and 75-inch. Was it worth the extra $600 or something like that? Mm-hmm. And this is something you use every single day. And then here I am, like, certain pinball mods, pin stadiums. It's like, oh, $300? That's not bad. It's just like, it's crazy how pinball just completely warps your view
all sense of logic.
Of like value almost. Where it's like, the idea of spending, like in my mind, the idea of spending $3,000 on a TV like seems crazy. Why would you spend $3,000 on a TV when there's good TVs out there for $2,000 or something? I don't know. But the reality is, like, $5,500 for a pinball machine, though. Sure. Like,
I know. Think of the TV you could buy for that.
Yeah, I know.
The best TV you've seen. I've started to think a lot about different types of purchases and placing a value on your usage and how much it means in terms of. Well, just a lot of usage. So something like a television, I did the exact same thing. I bargain shopped the shit out of my last television and got one for like what I thought was a decent Samsung for under $1,000. And it's it's a good TV, but I started to think about it afterwards and like, we watch this damn thing as a family. Like I said, every damn day we're on this thing. Yep. Like, would it have killed me to spend another $1,000 on it? Do you think I would have felt like I overspent if I had done that? No, because we're gonna have this thing for years. Like, even though TVs are kind of becoming like computers have become, where you get a new one probably every few years. Typically, at least we do. We'll be watching this damn TV for 5 years. If you can't get your money out of it when you're watching it every damn day, so my next TV I'm spending a good amount, and I'm getting a barn burner. You know?
This flipping podcast, that's Tommy. That's the guy who's buying this game. So Tommy sounds great. Grabbing some food and heading your way. That's awesome. Dennis, I ordered my burger without bacon to save $1.25. Yeah, but that's Dennis. That's like a perfect example. Like, I'm not paying $1.25 for a burger, but I know you have a passion for watches, and you have thousands of dollars worth of watches.
Yeah.
Now, that's a lot of bacon. That's a lot of bacon that you could be having on your burgers.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, another perfect example is like soda. I love soda. I love Diet Coke. Anytime we would go out to eat, I would always get a fountain drink. You know, that's $2, $2.50, something like that. And I understand that adds up, but I don't think twice. I don't think twice about ordering a Diet Coke when we go out to eat. But yet, like, an iPhone app, an iPhone app that's $5, you're like, do I need that? I don't think I need that. Bacon resale's not great. Dennis, have you ever sold a watch? Have you ever, like, is there a resale for used watches?
There's a good resale market. Yeah. Well, the high-end ones anyway. Sure.
Yeah, but I'm just picturing do you want to buy a watch? You know, like I don't know.
I think, and Dennis knows this probably much better. Again, that has to be a decent, you know, you're talking about the Rolexes and the you know, high-end luxury watches. I don't think, unless you got a really rare one, again, Dennis is I'm sure the expert on this. The resale value probably isn't as good as you want it to be.
I like ham Italian sandwiches in Maine. We have what's called an Italian, but I don't want to pay 95 cents for 4 pieces of Greek olive. So I'll buy the Italian and buy a jar of Greek olives at the grocery store, go home, open it up, and stuff the thing with myself to save money. That's how cheap I am. Are you able to get out to play on locations here? Here in Ohio, we made a vaccination lottery. Everyone that took shots. Dude, okay, Joe Bob, I used to live in Ohio. I live in Indiana now. That lottery thing is amazing. It's incredible. You've heard about this, right, Craig?
No, what is it?
The state of Ohio, the mayor has said anybody that has had at least one vaccination shot will be entered into a lottery, and 5 people will win $1 million each.
Wow, that's a great.
Set aside $5 million to try to get people in Ohio to get out and get vaccines. Incredible. I have not sold mine. Most sell lower than new on box, though. I would assume.
Yeah.
But I understand, like, cars. I don't want to be the car argument guy, but, like, you buy a car brand new, the moment you drive it off the lot, you know, you are losing money. Like, a lot of money. And it's awesome. I love the fact that pinball, like, I have a few hundred plays on this game, and I doubt Zach is losing money on this deal. Based on whatever cost he bought it, you know, as a reseller, what he bought it for, kind of thing.
You know, and a watch is a great example, actually, of something that I've had a hard time spending, call it more than $500 on. Now, and I wear a watch every damn day, so if you put it in that perspective, I should be buying, you know, spending way more money for the amount of time that the thing is going to be on my wrist, ultimately. But I have this mental block about what it is, and I think, especially now we've got phones and stuff where you can, you know, find the time so readily and more information on it. Watch is a very unique piece, and it's just something that's been on my bucket list to get a really nice high-end, you know, luxury watch that's functional but cool, you know.
Well, if only you knew somebody who could, like, steer you in the right direction on which watch to get.
Start reviewing the my upper range is probably about 2,500. I really have a hard time getting on that. You know, shelling it more than that. To me, that feels like I'm miles above $500, you know, and I'm flying pretty high on that. But just buy used. Yeah, you can buy used too.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, like, I am very locked in with the iPhone watch. Like, I am so used to.
It's a great watch.
I'm so used to getting notifications. Like, even this guy who's coming to buy this game tonight, Tommy. Like, I know. When he texts me, I don't have my phone out. I'm not checking my phone all the time. You know, I'm pretty confident. Is someone come? Oh, I say that and I missed 2 texts from my wife. Yes.
Oh, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, because it's like, I'll just feel it on my wrist, and
Yeah.
Watches with Dennis episode. Steve, what up? Yo, Joel in chat. What up? How you doing, Steve?
Episode 1 Apple Watch.
Top tier. Your last video, I watched it. What was it? Oh, it was about the dude who was putting in all those light mods into Turtles, and that was Steve. That was a very good episode. I really enjoyed watching what all he did there.
Let's start
And I
the
would
show.
agree. Dennis' argument about the Apple Watch, it's not a watch actually, it's a computer, which I completely agree with. It's a computer that happens to tell the time. So they've just shrunk your phone down and to put it on your wrist essentially.
I will say, Ray Day's here. How you doing, Ray? I'm just hitting that shot for you over and over again tonight.
Yeah, you know what? One of the things I love about that Apple Watch is it's so light and easy to wear. Like you don't feel like it doesn't bug your wrist at all. That band is extremely, their stock band on that is extremely comfortable. It does great in water. I just find when it's on, it's just so easy to wear, right? That putting on another watch, all of a sudden it's like, you got a metal band, it's grabbing the hairs on your wrist, and it's heavier, it's not as comfortable.
I would say I have no problem wearing my Apple Watch 98% of the time, but for formal events, like if I'm dressed up in a suit, whether it's a wedding or a funeral or something like that, those are the times that I feel like,
you wanna dress your watch.
Yeah, it would be nice to have a dressier watch, but I've never, really pursued it or not. Oh, that's.
Well, it's funny because as soon as Dennis started doing these watch things, I started looking at G-Shocks again because I've always wanted a G-Shock because they're, extremely rugged. They're, and you can get some really cool ones for like under $500, right? So I've been really looking at the G-Shocks lately again and trying to decide which one I might want to get.
I don't know. I'm just too locked in. Like, I have a Mac for work. Like, my computer unlocks because it detects my watch, Like, it's just, I don't know. They've got me figured out in that sense. Ray Day just posted on Facebook. Ray J just got back from Vegas. He was living it up in Vegas. I wear a G-Shock every week. Yeah.
What was he doing in Vegas? He must have went to the Pinball Hall of Fame there.
Yes, I did see those pictures. He absolutely went there. He said a GC on every game. No, I just saw that. So yeah, Ray's had some time off, but I'm assuming he is
nice.
That's probably what they're waiting on. They're waiting on the reveal for Friday because Ray was on vacation.
Ray was in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Dennis wears a G-Shock every week. Yeah, it's a great watch.
I have never had one.
Great brand. I've never owned one either, but I'm looking pretty hard right now.
Put your Apple Watch on an ankle bracelet. Should work great. Like if you're a prisoner. Well done. I'm actually on the plane still. Can't watch video, but can hear audio and chat. That's awesome, Ray.
That's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
Hopefully he's not hungover. I've come back from Vegas so horribly hungover so many times. Oh, it's not a nice feeling.
Ray, I just hit the shot. I bet Ray, to be honest, is so familiar with the different audio that he probably has a decent idea of where the ball is. Like when he hears certain things, like
tell him what your multiplier is.
Yeah. I could hear the swish. Yep. Deja vu. Bill from Memphis. How you doing? Yeah, that's hilarious. So I can't lie to him because he is. Okay, I definitely didn't just drain. Even though you hear like a bonus countdown, it didn't drain. Yeah.
That didn't happen.
All right, that's hilarious. Oh man. I did see.
Ray's a gambler though, beyond his pinball. Do you like playing cards or poker or anything like that?
I don't know, Ray. You want to share your? There, I hit the shot again, Ray. Ray, it's always Ray. If I hit that left orbit. I don't know why, but I like it faster. If I hit that left orbit, my chances of hitting that upper flipper just go way up. Go way up. I don't know why.
25. Dennis is saying, anyway, 2500 could look at some Tudor, Cartier quartz, Oris, Ball, yeah, all great brands.
Or you get an Apple Watch and you pocket $2,000. Right? Yeah. Friday was on the plane when Matthew got 735x. Ray, I was stoked because I just had a game where I had a 17x multiplier for like 40 seconds. I ended up with like, I don't know, 400 or 500 points. 400,000 or 500,000 points.
Yeah, or find a G-Shock under 200 bucks. You know, there are some amazing G-Shocks under 200 bucks as I've learned this past couple weeks.
So what's the G-Stocks? Those are like the big chunky, like
Yeah, some of them.
plasticky.
Yep. A lot of them are like that, but they have some really cool retro, digital ones as well. Or they have really cool chunky analog ones, or combinations of the two. They just have some, some of them you consider, pretty fashion-y type watches. And other ones are, a lot of people in the army or people that are in the outdoors because they're so rugged, like them.
Dennis, do you have a Casio? Isn't that the calculator watch? I'm assuming that's a cliche thing to ask somebody in the watch collecting hobby. Steve from Top Tier, what do we got here? Joel, I love your YouTube profile pic. Oh yeah, I'll show it to the stream here. If you hear the captain or the intercom say "Mayday, Mayday," he's not mispronouncing your name. So put your head between your legs instead of "Ray Day, Ray Day." Yeah, that's awesome. Because of the hugs the rail constantly. Yeah, exactly, Ray. Like we went earlier than the side ramp from the orbit. Yeah, I don't know why. Oh, I'm killing this. Completely wasting that. I just started multiplier. Completely wasted my guitar solo because I was reading chat. G-Shock is a Casio. I mean, what is the little calculator watch? Isn't that a Casio?
Yeah, that was a Casio back in the day. Yeah.
Okay, so the picture that Steve is talking about, I grew my beard. I think I've shown this before. I grew my beard for a year, a while ago, like a few years back. And this picture was taken right before I cut it off. So my current beard is, I don't know, probably 5 months, maybe. So this was a year.
I feel like you. Wow.
Yeah. So that's my face, or that's my picture on YouTube. Yeah. So I like it. She hated it. My wife hated it. When I put my shirt on in the morning, it was like this, and then you'd have to like keep going to get the beard out. Or if you're like sleeping, I could like lay on it. It was a lot. It was a lot.
Let's get this show started.
LOL. Yeah.
You did the picket blanket when you go to the park.
Trampled underfoot.
Yeah, it was fun. It was just something I told her, before it gets all gray and patchy or like just terrible.
Yeah.
Like, I want to grow it for a year, and the plan was to start, kind of do a January to January thing, or start in the summer. No, not start in the summer. Like start in the winter, so that it would end in the winter. And normally, what happens is I usually shave right around our wedding anniversary, so that's October. And then I just let it grow all winter, and it basically got to this length, and I was about to shave it because spring had started. My wife's like, you know what, you're already 5 months in, just finish it. I was like, okay. So I had like a long beard all spring and summer. It was
What a sweetheart she
it was
is.
hot. But
If you were my husband, I would have made you shave it.
yeah. Thanks, Craig.
I'm such a bitch.
I was surprised. My wife asked my boss. She's like, "Are you okay with him having this?" He's like, "I don't care." And she's like, "Rory, that's his name." She's like, "Rory, I was looking for some." I looked up.
Yeah, support
I was looking
there.
for some support on this. He's like, "I don't care." All right, I gotta restart it. I don't know. I bet this will be trimmed up probably within the next few weeks, maybe even sooner. It's getting long.
Well, in the summer, I can see like it might get a little hot, so it's probably smart that you shave it.
Saul
shave it
Hudson,
around
does this game have any diverters? Yes. There is a diverter up there, way up here, that thing right there, that if you hit the left orbit, there are times when it will stop the ball to drop it into the pops. So it'll stop it to get it to go in the pops instead of letting it go all the way around.
Ramble on. Rock and roll.
I think I'm right about that. Ray, I think Ray's listening.
You might have taken off.
Hey, may have, yeah.
Ball safe.
I do think that's one thing I'm realizing. Like, I am excited about Mando and the premium to have that shot that has that pops down and like feeds the ramp. The ambush shot, is that what it was? But to me, it's like any time that you can add something in pinball that does, you know, it's the same location. Only time it diverts from left orbit is the tour when running pop-ups. Yeah, so it is the diverter, but it's rarely used, is what it sounds like the fact that shot on a premium is normally like a quick loop back, but yet there will be times when that's going to pop down and instead will be a 180, you know, come right back and feed the flipper. Like, I think that's really cool to use. I just hit the shot right. Be proud of me. The audio from stream only plays sometimes. Interesting. Uh-oh, I feel like this is like perfect timing. My Apple Watch just warned me that it only has 10% power, so all those perks that I said I like about my Apple Watch, if it's dead, it does none of them. Will come down to stop top eject from going out right orbit during multi-balls and super pops.
One thing, just to not to keep going on about watches, the one feature I'm actually starting to really like, because I have a Citizen analog watch that's oh, bummer there.
Yeah.
That's solar powered. Is I want something that's solar powered as well, so you don't have to worry about a battery. Because I hate getting a battery replaced after a couple of years. It's such a pain in the ass. I know it's so stupid, but to me it always feels like a bummer to have to go into a watch store and then pay someone $20 to talk about being cheap, right? I'm like, I don't want to pay someone $20 to fix this battery.
You don't want to pay somebody $25 to fix a $2,500 watch.
Yeah, exactly. It's so stupid.
Well,
and then it sits on your dresser for like 6 months, dead.
See, I thought most modern watches don't use a battery. Like high-end watches don't actually use a battery.
The high-end ones, some of them are self-winding as well.
Yeah.
But in G-Shocks, they do have, a lot of them are solar powered.
Interesting. That means you got to leave the house then, Craig.
Just get a mechanical one. Yeah.
Why don't you just get a pocket watch, Craig, that you wind, and then problem solved?
Yeah. Too lazy.
My grandfather had a pocket watch, so there was a time...
I don't know. I'm too lazy to wind.
There was a time that my brother and I both envied that we thought that was so cool.
Because next thing you know, you're over-winding.
That's a thing?
Yeah. Now, I'm sure maybe there's a gear that, it's like a clutch, so on these higher-end watches, so you can't overwind them.
Yeah,
but I know some of them, you got to be careful that you don't overwind the damn thing.
I have my 5-shot. I'm trying something here, Ray. I'm cradling up and hitting shots.
Look at him go. Most auto wind with a rotor, and those have it. Yeah, and those have a clutch. Okay.
So they keep you from auto.
I want to go watch shopping with Dennis. I've decided.
What I would love is I would picture he would go up to a salesman. You would ask a question about a watch. The salesman would tell you one thing, and Dennis would be like, not really. Or Dennis would walk into the watch shop, and everybody would go, it's Watches with Dennis! It's Dennis! And freak out and want him to sign something. That's probably what would happen. Dennis, is there a YouTube channel that's like the high-end watch reviewer? I mean, I know the answer is you, but I want to see what your competition is on YouTube in terms of watch reviews. Watch won't even replace the battery on Apple. I know, yeah.
So I sent a link, I think on Discord, Joel, a while back, of two guys that I said were like Zach and Dennis of the watch world.
Oh, and, how did I miss this?
Two young guys that review, just it's very similar to what Dennis's do. They choose a brand, or they talk about things that are going on. And, I can't even remember what their names are, but there's a bunch of guys out there.
No Dennis.
No Dennis, that's for sure.
Yes, there are people who make their living doing watch coverage on YouTube, a different world than pinball. I mean, I'm assuming, what's crazy though is I'm assuming they like, watch companies actually send them watches, you know, and do all, I mean, I watched a bunch of tech reviewers, so they get all the new, you know, Mac computers or cameras or this or that, phones. As the word is, PinFest is in Allentown. It's still going on from July 30th to 31st, but Canadian government won't open the U.S. border until 75% is vaccinated? Dude, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I do know one of my coworkers tried to get into Canada to train them, to do some training on some software, and they didn't let him in. It's like, sorry.
Interesting.
But many of them are dealers, and yes, some brands send review models around. So if they're mostly dealers, kind of like Zach at Flippin' Out Pinball, how often do people comment about how much of a shill they are? Or how much, you know, that clearly you can't trust their opinion because they're just trying to sell it.
It's so ridiculous. This hobby sometimes makes me shake my head. Jeez.
I shake my head all the time at it, and then I realize I'm probably part of the problem. You know, like we're hooked. You know, it doesn't matter what we think. Like this hobby, it's one thing if the games weren't fun, or you know, but it's just pinball is so much fun.
Well,
There's so many good people in pinball that it's worth wading through the negative to have fun with the positive people.
Yeah, and I know I'm simplifying it. I don't understand the argument against Zach though, because you know, so what if he's trying to sell you something all the time? It doesn't mean he can't have an opinion about it at the same time. Like everyone's biased to some degree, so
yeah.
I don't get the outrage, frankly. You know, like there's no secret about it that he has, you know. So I just don't get the argument.
I think the biggest argument is the fact that Zach and Greg made a lot of content before he was a distributor. And early on, I think a lot of people trusted his opinion because they're like, he's just a dude, and they're just sharing their opinion. But then the more that they started, you know, doing stuff for Stern or doing stuff for the companies and, you know, getting to know, then all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, how honest are they being? Because, you know, that's my homie Gomi, you know, like, but then I hit the shot right, but then now that he's a distributor, everybody just assumes like he's not going to be honest or open because, you know, this is his livelihood. So why would he, you know, why would he tear apart, you know, Jersey Jack for having playfield issues? Like, I don't know. So that's what I think people are upset about. But it's not fair. Like,
I actually think Zach's almost honest to a fault when he talks about some of this stuff, because I think he's surprisingly honest considering the relationships he has with these manufacturers, and I'm as shocked that he's as open and as transparent as he is. You know, sometimes I keep thinking, shit, I wouldn't be saying that, but I applaud him for again trying to go against the grain a little bit and prove people wrong, that he's, you know, not being as open and honest as he can be. You know?
Who is this guy talking to you on stream? Steven, this is Craig Bobby. He does Pinball Show Midweek Edition on
occasionally. I'm gonna start calling it the mid-month edition, and then pretty soon I'm gonna call it the quarterly edition.
And then it's just
put out what it all.
Just the edition. Zach's biggest issue is his personality. I think the shill angel is just the hook to hang their dislike on. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, a lot of, you know, even in the last podcast, the amount of detail Zach went into talking about like distributors and being a distributor, and like I feel like a lot of that information is not really readily shared with the public.
He really lets people inside that world where he doesn't have to at all, frankly.
Yeah. I don't know. He does a lot. And I know Zach is very confident. He puts himself out there a lot, and anytime you put it out there, you can get hurt. Yeah. I agree. Zach is very honest. Remember the Turtles review about the cartoon artwork, which he killed? Yes. I mean, that's a perfect example. Like, if you listen to every single pinball show, he ends, and what does he have in stock? He has Turtles Pros, and he has Turtles Premiums in stock. He's had Turtles Pros and Premiums in stock for a while. So obviously, he has inventory that he would like to move. and yet he was brutally honest with his view on turtles. Now, with that said, he actually still owns his turtles and really likes turtles. He just doesn't like the artwork. So I look at that and I think that's really, respectful. To have inventory for a game. If Zach was giving every Stern that he had in stock an A, then that's fine. But he's more critical of the games than Greg is.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. Yeah, and he, if he was really only interested in selling the games, he would stop doing these sort of reviews, like you said, and be way more sales heavy, in terms of everything's amazing, come get it, I got shitloads, call me.
Yeah.
He's not that guy at all.
No. I mean, this is the reality. Like, pinball is just selling itself right now. I mean, there are people that go goo goo gaga over Led Zeppelin while other people think it's garbage. And so, I mean, most games, when I put this game went up for sale, it sold in less than 2 hours. And it's not like it was set at some stupid price. I mean, I don't know. I think it's how much. I think Zach does a really good job with marketing because I think there are people that are new to the hobby and they only have to hear or see one or two things and they're going to listen, reach out to flipping out. He does a good job at that. But I don't think he really has to do much to actually sell the game. Let me tell you why this game's good. Because there's so many great options out there. I mean, why not? And straight down the middle about reviewing rubber bands, not sure that is the right angle. Dennis, you watch it be so fascinating. Watch it be amazing. Hey, Joe Bob, it's just exciting about new games, and he's just as excited about new games as I am. I'm guilty of being attracted to the new shiny. I wish, so this sounds bad, but it's like the TP and Discord, there's a bunch of us in it, all content creators, and Zach was going nuts on a reveal day. You could tell how excited Zach was. Now, obviously, all of us were excited too, but it's just he legit is like a kid in candy store. Now, I understand he was probably getting bombarded by sales, trying to stay on top of it. So no wonder he was, super pumped. But you can tell he enjoys this hobby. There's no denying that. Zach or Dennis, you're not gonna watch the rubber band video? That may be his best video yet. Dennis, do you watch his videos at 2x speed, or just listen to his podcast at 2x speed?
I love how he watches at 2x speed too.
It's one of those I'll listen, but I'm not gonna give you my full time and attention. You can have. There we go. I hit the shot, Ray. You can have half of it. I will watch that.
I'm gonna slow down all my talking so that when Dennis plays it at 2x speed, it's gonna sound perfect.
I will watch it 1.5 or 2 times depending on topic. That's fair. So Dennis, my last podcast that I just did, the Off the Record, On the Record podcast, did you listen to it at full speed or 2x speed? I'm very curious. I think it's hilarious. I don't know, not to toot my own horn, but I was pretty proud of the Off the Record, On the Record podcast title. I thought that was... I laughed harder than I should at my own joke when I threw that out there.
How's your brother doing these days, Joel?
Which one? My brother or my brother-in-law?
Your brother that collects the magic cards.
Jared. Jared's doing well. Jared is doing well.
I still remember that episode. I still really enjoyed that.
My wife calls Zach the goat guy because of the Avengers unboxing. That's fair. My brother, he called me today because we were geeking out about on Amazon Video. There's a new show called Invincible. It's a superhero show. It's a cartoon. It is so good. It is so good.
Check it out.
Invincible. It was a superhero or a comic book series made by the guy who made Walking Dead.
Okay.
And I will tell you, it is brutal. So it very much has a the look and appeal of just like a normal cartoon. Oh, teenage boy finds his superhero powers. How do I adjust to my new life? Nah, it's some of the fight scenes are absurd. It is so good. Invincible. So I had heard online that it was good, so I watched it and I called my brother. I was like, "You've got to watch this." And he's like, all right. And then he called me today during lunch. He's like, "Dude, I watched 3 episodes yesterday and I had to stop myself from watching more." Ray, I hit the shot. And yeah, it's brutal. Don't watch it with little Flipper. Don't watch it with little Flipper.
The Boys is another one on Prime that I've been meaning to watch for a long time.
So The Boys is good, but I would compare this to like the cartoon version of The Boys. But it's more graphic. But it's not graphic for the sake of like the movie like Saw or something like that, which is just gore, just straight. It's not like that. It's I look at it as it's almost like, okay, not to spoil anything, but there's basically a Superman type character in the show. And like we've watched Superman the animated series enough to understand if this guy can lift an entire like oil tanker. If he's gonna punch somebody, that guy's not just gonna fly back. That guy's there's gonna be some real damage done to a person if you're gonna get punched by somebody that strong. That's what this show is. Like, it gives you a glimpse of, holy cow, he really could just brutally annihilate the entire, planet if he wanted to. It's great. It's really, really, really good.
Dennis says the gore has a message, probably love.
That's what it is. Yep. All right, so I got my 5 shots, but I'm gonna mark.
Speaking of superheroes, the series that I just finished binge watching, which I was shocked how much I enjoyed it, was the Umbrella Academy.
Umbrella Academy's great. So it's tasteful gore. So... Yeah. Are you in the pocket of big Amazon shilling their shows? No, man. My wife and I normally we balance 2 shows. We always have like a drama or action type show, and then we have a comedy. So we're always balancing 2 shows. And so right now we just started not Jupiter. It's like another superhero show on Netflix.
I'm having a hard time with that one.
We've only watched 1 episode.
Yeah,
Invincible I watched by myself. Incredible. Umbrella Academy was one that we really enjoyed. We did watch all of that. But the comedy, this is a heavy turn to the right. There's a British show called Taskmaster. Taskmaster. It's awesome. It's a game show where these 2 comedians, they actually invite 5 of their comedian friends to basically... They give them these tasks. They give them these little things to do, and it's like, first person to do this, but it's like 1 person at a time. So they'll, it'll be filming with this one person. They'll bring them into a room, and it's like, all right, use everything on the table to make this cow figurine as tall as possible. And it's just a bunch of random stuff on the table. So you're seeing these people try to stack it or use different things. I don't know. It sounds really lame, but it's super funny because they're all comedians, and
well, it's a reality show.
It's a reality show that's all comedians, and it's not scripted at all, but seeing the way these people problem solve different tasks is really entertaining. Because you see it and it's like, okay, what would I do? And then somebody may actually do what popped into your head, and then other people you're like, what an idiot. Why in the world would you do it that way? And then there's other people that find ways to bend the rules and get around stuff. It's awesome. Taskmaster. Find it on YouTube. You can actually... Taskmaster, one word. There's a YouTube channel that has the first 9 seasons. And it's great. It's really, really great. If you're going to watch 1 episode to determine whether or not you're going to like the show, Season 4, Episode 2. I just remember 420. But Season 4, Episode 2 is a really good kind of glimpse into what the show's all about. But you're lucky you don't have to watch Housewives. No, we don't have cable, so almost everything we watch nowadays we just stream. So luckily, a lot of that I don't know, kind of mindless television, we just don't.
Yeah.
Not to insult your show again, but
it is shocking how little I watch cable television now. Really, if it's not kind of sports related, I'm not watching cable television.
Yeah, in college we had cable TV, and I watched like everything on the History Channel. Like Ice Road Truckers and Gold Rush and Dirty Jobs and Deadliest Catch. All shows that I found very entertaining. But I don't know. The reality is, like, I don't miss any of that. The only cable TV that I enjoy watching is like HGTV, the home building like stuff. I like seeing how things are built. I like that. But
yeah, those can be entertaining.
That's about it. Like my parents, basically, they always have either HGTV or the cooking channel on, just because that's what they enjoy. All those cooking competitions, even though they rarely cook.
Yeah,
all
Top
the
Chef.
building things. Oh yeah.
Gordon Ramsay's kitchen. Hell's Kitchen.
Your multi-ball is ready.
There he is.
There
GPS
you go,
says
there.
12:15. So I have to be done at 12:15.
All right,
Or a
that's
little-
going to be our ending.
Or a little after 12, so I can start packing this up for
Teaching us toilet repair. Little Flapper going to be named Little Flapper.
him. For a toilet repair show. That's creative.
Good idea, Dennis. Yeah. Anytime I start a repair, it always starts with some swearing because I don't have the right tools. I find it takes me a long time to like ramp up to a repair. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and I sit down with like 2 tools, and I realize like there's 4 more that I need, and they're downstairs, and I get pissed off. And it goes from there.
I love working on the house. Like working on my basement right now. I love it.
Well, part of my frustration too is that you need space, right? So it's like I don't like being interrupted, right? So it's like, and now that my daughter's older, it's not as big a deal. But I remember when she was younger, it's like, okay, can you keep the child away from me while I'm doing this?
Yeah.
What an ass I was.
We are definitely in a.
Just because you want to be in the zone, right? Like you got like you're focused, and you're like, I can't, and then you're trying to get this task done. You're trying to do it right.
Yeah.
Sometimes the stakes can be high. You're trying to break something or flood the place or whatever you're trying to do, right?
Yep. No, my dad came over on Sunday, and we actually were hanging lights here in the basement on Sunday.
Yeah.
And I love it. I mean, I love that type of work, but obviously, like, I'm not gonna do electrical with a toddler walking around the house,
Yeah.
So
Coming up to you, Daddy.
that's what it's like. These are projects that take time.
Yeah.
And that involves like nailing wires and stuff to the wall, so it's like I really can't do that at night. So it's a lot to ask my wife, to like watch the kids while I work on it. But boy, I love it. What a great way to spend 5 hours. I don't know. I really enjoy doing that stuff. So
When's the drywall going up? Speaking of 5 hours.
what I will say is I am close to moving my arcade, all my machines, to the new area of the basement.
Wow.
So once the place I'm in right now is going to be the theater room.
Yeah.
So projector, all that stuff, and I have not wired anything in this room yet because of the games. So there's a lot of work that needs done left in this room, but the main big area is almost completely done.
Oh,
We
good.
have this little wet bar area that has a lot of work that needs done too. So it's coming in pieces, but this was like plan A, like get the big area done.
Yep.
No drywall, because I have to wait for inspection once all the electrical's done. But it's like get the big area done so I can move the games, because I want to still be able to stream and play and all that. When I was a little kid, I had to stand there and identify wires for my dad since he's colorblind. No torch, no touching the soldering iron, but a few burns. A useful object lessons. That's kind of funny because wire is literally black, white, and bare wire. So if he's colorblind to the point where he can't determine black and white, that's... Unless you're talking about like cars or something. Car wiring's a whole nother... Alright, so it's 11:42. That means we only have a few games left on this machine. So maybe it's time to actually focus up and have the the game of my life here. I don't know.
No,
if
we
that's
worked
gonna-
on full electronics. Yeah, so there'd be like red and blue.
Oh yeah.
Yellow.
Okay, that's fair. So I did, my undergrad was graphic design, and I learned when I was a senior that one of my professors was colorblind. He didn't admit which one. It was just one of our professors said, "Oh, just he's like, you need to design. You need to keep certain things like that in mind." He goes, "I will let you know. There's a professor on staff who is colorblind." It's like, what? There we go. There we go.
Lots of colors. He did not need me for a socket.
A socket.
Same with pinball.
Yeah.
Same with pinball. I will make labels on tape for wires for him.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know, Dennis. I didn't know your dad was into pinball. What's your dad's favorite machine, Dennis? Oh, see, that's what sucks. If you don't make it up the center ramp,
Yeah.
almost guaranteed screwed. All right, that's probably took some time.
It's like that on Avengers too. If you miss that Black Widow shot, oh god, it's coming right back on you. Same with Captain Marvel.
Yeah, those center ramps, you gotta. But that shot, what happened was it hit something up there with my upper flipper and then tried to sneak its way up there. Once again, I'm not hitting this guitar solo. This is all the points right here in this mode, and there we go. I should just be looping this shot, and I'm not.
Laser War, yeah, Laser War's great.
Laser War is a very cool game. There we go. This is what I should be doing right now. Just boom, center ramp.
Loop them.
Boom.
There you go. Just hit that all day long. One hand it like Keith Owen.
Come on. Where are we at? We're at 4. I need like one more shot. And it's right on the right order. This is the end of the game, or the end of the song, right? Come on. Right. Oh, okay. Things are lit. No! Things are falling apart. Things are falling apart.
Well, speaking of falling apart, I think I'm going to depart, Joel, before your guest arrives.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll probably end at midnight, and then shortly thereafter, I'd start tearing down some of the stream stuff, just so it'll be easier to get to the game. But no, hey, Craig, appreciate it, man. Thanks for hopping on.
Well, thanks for having me on. It's always a lot of fun being here, and good luck with getting that thing out of the basement tonight.
Yeah, we got
exciting. It's exciting whenever you move something out. It's like, okay.
It's a lot more exciting when you move something in.
It's like the changing of the seasons, though. There's gonna be something coming.
It is. It's. I feel like I've put in an adequate amount of time on this game. I have a good understanding of this game. I understand my personal view of this game, so it's nice. Like I'm glad that I've had that. With Stranger Things, Avengers, now Led Zeppelin. It's good feeling like I'm kind of checking them off. Can't wait to see your new Gottlieb. Yeah, Dennis, I'll take whatever Zach gives me, man. But that may have been driven by the game being trash and work on basket case later or nice. Well, Craig, appreciate you, buddy. Hey, you have a great night.
Yeah, thanks, Joel. Yeah, you too. We'll keep in touch and we'll chat soon.
Yep, sounds like a plan.
All right, chat soon.
All right. Well, appreciate it, Craig. Let's go. Okay, let's focus in here. Come on, chat. Let's focus in here.
Choose your song.
We're nearing the end of my stint with this game. So I actually want to start with, I think I'm going to start with Rock and Roll. I know I've been playing it a lot, but Rock and Roll is a great guitar solo in the middle, but then Trampled Underfoot is one of my favorite songs to play. So if we can get these games going, let's see how we go here. So let's have a great game. So if the middle shot is lit, you go for it. And then I should be able to backhand that shot. That's good. Now my middle shot's lit again. Let's go. We got some good combo going. And that's what happens. All right. Quick reset.
Welcome to Led Zeppelin Pinball.
There we go. Rock and roll. Let's get this.
Choose your
All right.
song.
All right. I should really be focusing on that shot, which I love. Middle shot's lit, so I should go for it. But I should hit my scoop. I am not hitting anything. Let's hit the scoop. Hit my tour mode. Going, nope. Middle shot, no. Okay, don't hit any song shot. There we go. Let's hit this left ramp. There we go. Can I hit the right ramp? Ah. Oh, thank goodness it got out of that. I would like to hit my scoop. That would be great to qualify my tour mode. There we go. Alright, so let's get ramps going. There we go. There we go. There we go. Got a combo going. That ended. That was a little aggressive. No! Alright, it's ball one. It's alright. No. Okay, here we go. We still have that guitar solo coming up. There we go. There we go. I did not want to start that right now. You're missing a lot. So many roll lights. I'm missing a lot is what I'm... There we go. Let's just keep hitting that for a while. Still guitar solo. There we go. Not really worth a ton of points right now because of my lack of multiplier. Okay, if I can get my left... There we go. Tour multi-ball going. Alright, let's make some... This should get me my 5 shots. There we go. Got my 5 shots. That lit my extra ball. Tour jackpots are red shots. Gold shots are song modes. Oh, wow. Those and lands are so easy to score, you just ignore them. What are you talking about? Which shots are you talking about that I'm missing? Those and lands are so easy to score, you're just ignoring them. Steve, what are you saying?
Trampled on the foot.
Alright, I like this mode a lot. This song. Get the tour going. Just received the Wi-Fi dongle for Hobbit. Wait for another mod. Nice. Forgot you have Hobbit. Hobbit's such a good game. The Art of Pinball. Oh no, that's crazy. I didn't realize the Art of Pinball was in. Right up the middle is what's important, and I was missing it. That was ball 3. The roll letters, just flip the oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I get distracted sometimes and forget. I love Hobbit. I just found the Easter egg credits. Dude, Hobbit is so good. It's such a, I mean, it's a long playing game. That's literally its only fault in my opinion. But I thoroughly enjoyed Hobbit when I played it. Hobbit is definitely a game I wish I still had that I could stream. Because, I don't know, man. The sound in it, the video assets. It's such a like, feeling. I don't know. it sucks you in. It's so good in that sense. Alright, let's get this jackpot shot right up the middle. There we go. We're just gonna, let's go far right. This is that, far left. Come on. Come on.
Bonus X increase.
Order my Wi-Fi. Oh, Mervin. Nice. God, I miss. I want to read chat, but now my multiplier's going, so I should probably focus on that. Love how I just found. Yeah, texted Lior. He's running in and out of palm shelter. Waiting on a bullet. Bullet shooter rod and Hobbit button. Dude, that's crazy. I don't know. That's one thing I've never. You know, obviously COVID has really challenged our thoughts of safety, right? But I've never worried about my like physical safety in that sense. It's crazy. The best theme integration I think in pinball. Plus, I love all token work. Yeah, no, for sure. It's I agree with you. The theme integration. All right, 5 minutes left. This is probably my last game of Led Zeppelin. So let's start with something that makes you feel like a. Let's go right here. Nope.
Communication.
There you go. We're gonna start with good times, bad times. It should roll into communication breakdown. Good times, bad times. That's a great example of this game and my overall view of it. Like that. That's a bad time. Reset. Yeah, Hobbit is. Yeah, I would totally agree with theme integration. Like, I don't know. Rick and Morty's theme integration is pretty killer. I don't know if I wanted to start on this song. Here we go. Come on. There we go. All right, here we go. I hear great call. It's great. Yeah, let's go. We're not starting with that. Plus, a lot of my parts are upcoming Street Fighter. Nice. We're gonna do this. This game makes you feel like a pinball guy. Let's go, Led Zeppelin. Let's have a great multiplier. Let's blow this up a little bit. That would be awesome. But then again, it may not happen. There we go. Love that back end. That'll count as a shot. That's a little aggressive. I know. Come on.
Bonus multiplier increased.
Still haven't hit my tour mode. That scoop, man. That scoop is something else. Ah. All right, let's go. Ball 2, here we go.
Communication breakdown.
Here comes the guitar solo. And I would love my ball. Still love the ball. Here we go. Let's loop this a little bit. There we go. 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 There it is. Okay, let's go. Extra ball. Got my tour mode going. Let's change the song. Pair of legs look cool too. Yeah. Okay. There's that shot. I love that shot. I will miss that shot. No! Roll. Yeah, so roll, I saw that. Roll is bonus multiplier, free money. It's right there. What I saw is when you're looping the center shot, though, you can't move it too many times. Like, it's like once you complete roll one time, hitting that little, it wasn't relighting. Chat, upcoming. I am very curious about Scorbit. I know all your Jersey Jack games now have it, and it's pretty sick looking. Come on. There we go. Oh my goodness. Ball 3, guys. There it is. Actually, I think I have an extra ball. No? There we go. Ball 3. Let's go, guys. Come on. Is that it? That's it. Alright. Well, to be considerate of the buyer, I feel like I should probably shut her down. Led Zeppelin's been a fun game. I have enjoyed it a lot. I think it's made me better in certain ways, but also showed areas of the game that I should get better at. Are you streaming tomorrow? Yes, I will be streaming tomorrow. I will be streaming on the Flippin' Out channel. I don't know yet what I should stream. It's either TNA, Turtles, or Deadpool. I mean, that's what I have. So I need to figure that out, figure out which one I want to stream, which should be fun. But yes, I will be streaming tomorrow. Deadpool. Ramrod wants Deadpool. Well, maybe we'll make that happen. Let's see who is streaming right now so we can get a raid going. So we went Deadpool. Mr. Hopwood, how you doing? We have one for TMNT, one for Deadpool. Thanks for the stream. Bill from Memphis. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for being here. Where are we going to go? Let's go. I love Ketchup John Mustard. I love that name, but he's playing virtual. Good, man. Sorry, just working away. Oh, good for you. Let's go to... I don't know. Does anybody care? Colorado Pinball? We have Colorado Pinball streaming Batman. Or we go to Warlock Pinball 777, which is streaming Walking Dead. Or we go to Pride Pinball, which is streaming Avengers. Does anybody have a care? What do you want? Avengers, Batman, or Walking Dead? Batman. All right, here we go. Well, we will raid... /raid Colorado Pinball. All right. Hey, appreciate everybody. Thanks for being here. If there's anything I can do for you, just anotherpinball@gmail.com. Otherwise, tomorrow night, same time, 10 to midnight, 10 to 12:30. Good energy tonight. I appreciate you, Steven. Thanks for the stream. Anytime, man. Yeah, tomorrow night on the Flippin' Out channel. I will be on that. Hope to see you guys all there. Have a great time with Colorado Pinball. See you guys.